Welcome to New Zealand, where the land breathes with myth, and the sky hangs impossibly wide above ancient valleys. Here, the earth remembers, its bones carved by ice and fire, its heart still humming beneath fern and stone. This is a place of soft rain and hard rock, of distant mountains mirrored in still lakes, of silence broken only by birdsong and tide. In Aotearoa, the Maori name for this land, everything feels alive with story. The wind whispers over alpine ridges, through forest canopies, across gold-lit meadows. Light plays with the landscape, casting long shadows and sudden brilliance, like a film reel of forgotten dreams. Geysers hiss and seas roar, and at dawn, the world wakes in shades of silver and green. The scent of sea salt, wildflowers, and damp soil lingers on your clothes. Sheep drift like clouds over rolling hills. In the cities, there's a quiet rhythm. Coffee shops humming with conversation, murals blooming on brick walls, laughter echoing from markets and music under the stars. Even in bustle, there's a gentleness. And then, the people welcoming, grounded, proud of their roots. In Maori culture, Manakatanga is sacred, the spirit of hospitality, care, and respect. You'll feel in a shared meal, a warm smile, a helping hand on a remote trail. This land invites presence. It asks for humility. If you're visiting, be gentle in return. Respect the land and those who call home. In sacred places, tread lightly. In rural towns, a friendly nod means more than you think. When greeting locals, a smile and a kind word, kia ora, can open doors. This phrase, meaning be well, holds power beyond its simplicity, dressed with layers. The weather changes like moods. Sunshine, mist, wind, and rain may dance through a single afternoon. Take your time. Roads wind slowly through beauty meant to be absorbed, not rushed. And please, don't underestimate distances. A short drive on the map can stretch into hours of wonder. New Zealand's food is fresh and seasonal. Try a steaming meat pie at a local bakery, green lip mussels by the coast, or creamy hokey pokey ice cream under a summer sky. Farmers' markets are plentiful, and always ask before wandering onto private land. Many paths are on someone's farm, and kindness travels both ways. Public transport is limited outside cities. Rent a car or camper van to explore at your own rhythm. Petrol stations can be sparse. Fill up when you can. The currency is the New Zealand dollar. Tipping is expected, but appreciation for good service is welcome. New Zealand is safe, but nature is not to be underestimated. Rivers rise quickly, weather turns fast, and cell coverage vanishes in the wild. Check local forecasts. Let someone know before hiking. Follow trail markers. Getting lost is easy. Come in spring for blossoms and lambs. In summer for long golden evenings. In autumn for fire-colored forests. In winter for snow and solitude. Each season writes its own story. And when your time here ends, you may find yourself quieter, calmer, as if the mountains loaned you their stillness, and the ocean taught you how to breathe. This is not just a journey through landscapes. It is a return to something essential, a reminder of how to belong to the world. Mist clings to the cliffs like a secret. Milford Sound rises out of fjordlands like a dream made of water and stone. Dark walls soar in the cloud, waterfalls tumbling down in endless ribbons of silver. The silence is thunderous here, broken only by the call of seabirds and the low, ancient murmur of the sea. It feels otherworldly, as if the land forgot time and chose beauty instead. The peaks are jagged and solemn. Reflections tremble on ink-dark waters. And when the sun breaks through clouds, it feels like revelation. Even the rain, and there is much of it, arrives not as nuisance, but as grace, turning every surface to glass and light. Milford Sound is not a place you simply visit. It's one you enter, like a cathedral. Every gust of wind, Every echo from the granite walls feels deliberate, sacred. Dolphins rise in quiet arcs, for seals stretch on slick black rocks, and on rare days, the shy-crested penguin appears like a whisper. To come here is to let go, to float among the mountains and let the vastness soften you. And yet, for all its grandeur, Milford Sound is delicate. It asks us to tread softly. Start your journey from Te Anau, the last town before the wild begins. The drive is long and winding, often interrupted by beauty. Mirror-like lakes, moss-draped beach forests, and sudden snowy peaks. Start early. Give the day space to unfold. A cruise on the fjord is the most common way to see it. Quiet, slow, surrounded by silence and mist. But if you can, consider a kayak. Feeling the rhythm of the water beneath you brings a different kind of knowing. Be prepared for rain. Milford Sound is one of the wettest places on earth. Waterproof everything, not just your jacket. And don't fear the weather. Some say it's most magical in the storm, when hundreds of waterfalls appear as if summoned from stone. Food options are limited. Bring snacks, water, and anything you need for the day. There's no mobile reception here, no cafes nestled in the fjord. It is not meant to entertain. It is meant to still you. Be patient with the road. The Homer Tunnel cuts through mountain like a scar, and waits can be long. Be kind to other travelers. A wave, a smile, a shared awe, and always check weather and road conditions before setting off. You don't need to speak the language of the land to understand it, but a few words in Te Reo Maori carry weight. Aroha, love, compassion. Whenua, land, earth. Turangawiwa, a place to stand. Milford Sound is not a postcard. It is a presence, a memory that lingers like the scent of rain, like the hush after song. When you leave, you may find yourself quieted, not from loss, but from reverence, as if the fjord itself now lives somewhere in your chest. A deep, still place you can return to whenever you forget how vast the world can be. They fall like silver from the sky. In Milford Sound, waterfalls are not scenery. They are characters in a living, weeping landscape. Dozens appear after rain, which is often. Some tumble from impossible heights. Some drift like veils in the mist, and some, like Stirling and Bowen Falls, roar with the voice of time itself. There's something wild in them. Untamed, not crafted for beauty, but beautiful because they simply are. You watch them the way you might watch fire, entranced by motion, by gravity giving way to grace. When rain falls, and it will, the cliffs seem to dissolve, as if the whole world has chosen to melt into water. For a moment, you can't tell where the sky ends or the earth begins. And then you understand why so many call this the place where the gods weep. You may feel small. That's okay. This is a landscape that humbles. Tourist tip: embrace the weather. Pack waterproof gear, truly waterproof. A poncho or light raincoat won't cut it here. Think layers, sealed bag for electronics, and dry socks for return. Bring a thermos if you can. Tea tastes better under a waterfall's gaze. You don't need to chase every fall. Some are best admired from a distance, too sacred, too slippery. Let them be. The forest knows how to carry them without help. These waters of carved stone, shifted valleys, shaped lives. And if you're quiet long enough, they might shape something in you, too. Queenstown arrives with a shimmer, cradled by mountains kissed by the glassy blue of Lake Wakatipu. It's a place where stillness and thrill live side by side. Morning mist curls over the water like a breath. By afternoon, the air crackles with motion, paragliders swirling above, jet boats carving white trails below. They call it the adventure capital of the world, but listen deeper. It's more than adrenaline. It's the hush of alpine light, the fire orange of sunset against the remarkables, the quiet pride of an old miner's town now reborn in color and creativity. Queenstown invites you to feel alive and to remember that all can wear many faces. A snow-covered peak, a slow walk by the lake, a shared laugh in a tucked-away wine bar. If you're visiting, pace yourself. Thrill has its place, but so does stillness. Ride the gondola for sweeping views, but pause at the top. Let your eyes wander before your feet do. Dress in layers. Mountain weather is famously moody. Mornings may bite, afternoons might warm. Comfortable shoes are essential. Queenstown is a town of slopes and strolls. Local etiquette is easygoing but respectful. Wait your turn in line. Greet with a smile. Say thank you, or better, kia ora. Tipping is appreciated but not expected. The food scene is vibrant. Try a venison pie, a crab beer brew beside the lake, or the famed fur burger. But go early or expect a long, cheerful wait. Whether you're leaping from bridges or watching light dance on water, Queenstown doesn't ask you to be brave, only present. And in that presence, you may find a piece of yourself, wilder, freer, and quietly changed. The Catlins feel like a secret the sea has kept, tucked in the southern edge of New Zealand. This is a land of wild coastlines, wind-twisted forests, and the soft rhythm of waves on forgotten shores. Here, nature speaks in hushes. In the creak of ancient trees, the soft footfalls of penguins at dusk, the faraway call of sea lions resting on rocks worn smooth by time. There's no rush here, no spectacle shouting for your attention. Just raw, unpolished beauty, quiet, haunting, and fiercely alive. At Curio Bay, fossilized forest lies beneath your feet, 180 million years old and open to the tide. Near Nugget Point, the lighthouse watches over scattered rocks like old bones, the sky streaked with seabirds and salt. The road winds through farmland and forest, mist and sun. Drive slowly. Let the land unfold. This isn't a place you pass through. It's a place that asks you to listen. As a visitor, tread gently. Wildlife is everywhere and fragile. Yellow-eyed penguins nest among the grasses. Sea lions haul themselves onto beaches to rest. Give them distance. Let them be wild. There are few fences, fewer signs. Stay on paths. Take your rubbish with you. Leave driftwood where it lies. The Catlins thrive because they've been left mostly untouched, and they deserve to stay that way. Mobile signal fades quickly. Download maps in advance. Stock up on fuel and snacks in larger towns. Respect the quiet. It's part of the gift. And if it rains, which it often does, know that the land is just drawing its breath. The waterfalls swell, the moss shines brighter, and the forest exhales green. In the Catlins, solitude becomes symphony, and silence, a kind of sanctuary. Mount Cook rises like a breath held too long. Aotearoa, as it is known in Te Reo Maori, cloud piercer, stands not just as a peak, but as a presence. Its summit is often shrouded, cloaked in drifting mist, as if the mountain keeps part of itself hidden, sacred. Snow spills down its flanks in slow cascades. Glaciers creak beneath pale blue ice. The valley below is carved with ancient purpose, where braided rivers shimmer under sun and sky. Light changes everything here. It dances on alpine grasses. It turns cold rock into gold. This is a place to walk slowly. The Hooker Valley Track leads you across swinging bridges and past milky glacial lakes. You'll hear nothing but the crunch of gravel, the distant crack of ice, and the wind forever restless. Mount Cook is more than scenery. It is story, soul, and silence stitched into stone. If you visit, layer up. Even in summer, the air carries a sharp edge. Bring a hat, sunscreen, and sturdy shoes. The UV is fierce, and the trails, though well-formed, are exposed. Respect the mountain's moods. Weather changes quickly. Always check conditions before hiking, and let someone know your plans. Stay on marked paths. The terrain beyond is unforgiving, even for the experienced. The village is small, but welcoming. Hot meals, local guides, and stargazing tours await. This is a dark sky reserve. When clouds clear, the heavens spill open with stars. And when night falls and the mountain fades into silhouette, you may find yourself whispering, not from fear but reverence. In Aotearoa's shadow, we are reminded how vast the world is and how quietly it teaches. Lake Tekapo shimmers like a dream cradled in blue glass. Its waters are impossibly turquoise, a milky, opaque hue shaped by glacier ground rock. As the earth itself has softened into color, the lake doesn't sparkle. It glows, calm, wide, and endless. In spring, the shore bursts with lupins, tall, pastel blooms waving like flags of quiet joy. They sway beside the iconic Church of the Good Shepherd, a stone chapel so small it feels like a prayer whispered into wind. Everything here slows you. The sky stretches wider, the air thins with silence, and the mountains in the distance, the southern Alps, were snow like stories. And when night falls, it's the stars that arrive. Tekapo lies within a UNESCO Dark Sky Reserve, where light pollution has been hushed and the universe is given room to speak. You can lie on the grass and feel the Milky Way curve above you, ancient and wild. If you visit, bring warmth. Even in summer, nights drop cold. A thermos of tea or cocoa goes a long way under the stars. The stargazing tours are gentle, reverent, not tourist shows, but acts of wonder. Modesty and mindfulness go a long way here. It's a place that feels sacred. Speak softly in the chapel. Stay on paths to protect fragile blooms. Be mindful when photographing. Sometimes, it's enough to simply look. Tekapo is small, just a few cafes, shops, and kind locals who live in rhythm with the seasons. Be patient. Let the slower pace guide you. And when the day ends and the sky goes violet, you may feel something shift. Not loudly, but deeply. Lake Tekapo doesn't ask for attention. It offers stillness. And if you accept it, you may carry that stillness with you, long after the turquoise fades from view. The glaciers descend like rivers frozen mid-thought, silent, slow, and ancient. Franz, Josef, and Fox, tucked deep into the rainforest of New Zealand's west coast, are not just ice. They are memory, movement. Time paused in blue. Surrounded by dense, moss-laced forests and mist-cloaked peaks, they feel improbable, ancient tongues of ice spilling down toward fern and flax. Waterfalls thread the cliffs, and low clouds drift through the valley like lost spirits. The air here tastes of cold stone and possibility. Step closer, and the silence thickens. Creaks echo from within the ice, as if the glacier breathes, not loudly, but with a deep sigh of something older than human history. The surface glows pale, fractured, luminous. Glaciers are retreating, shrinking year by year. So go not just to see, but to witness. With reverence. Access is limited now. You can no longer walk onto the ice without a guided tour, and helicopters are the only way to reach its heart. If that's not for you, the valley walks are gentle and breathtaking in their own right. The Franz Josef Glacier Walk offers a view that will still make you still. Where sturdy shoes bring a waterproof layer, West Coast rain is sudden and loyal. The region is remote, but welcoming. Fox Glacier Township is quiet and sincere. Franz Josef Village hums with backpackers and warmth. Support the local guides. They know the land's stories, and their care helps preserve it. Stay behind barriers. No matter how tempting the view, glacier country is beautiful, but never tame. And when dusk arrives, and mist folds back over the valley, you'll feel what so many have felt, a strange, exquisite sorrow. Not for what you've missed, but for what's melting, for what we're lucky to still see. Abel Tasman feels like a whispered secret between land and sea. Golden beaches curve gently, kissed by turquoise waters that sparkle under the sun's tender gaze. The air carries the scent of salt and pohutukua blossoms, and the gentle lapping of waves is a quiet hymn to calm. This is a place of contrasts. The lush green forests of the hinterland meeting the wide, open shores, where seals bask and birds flit between native trees. The sound of 2/8 calls fills the air, a lively chorus in the stillness. Walking the coastal track, you move between shaded canopy and sun-drenched sand, each step a meditation on nature's generosity. The trails wind past hidden coves, tidal pools alive with crabs and starfish, and ancient rock formations carved by time. Respect is a quiet rule here. The park is protected land, a sanctuary for wildlife and plants alike. Keep the paths, avoid disturbing nesting birds, and carry out all rubbish. Swimming is a joy, but be mindful. Tides change quickly, and currents can be strong. If kayaking, wear life jackets and check weather forecasts. The local Maori culture is woven into the landscape. A few simple greetings, like kia ora, go a long way. Support local guides and businesses who care for the land. Bring plenty of water, sun protection, and comfortable shoes. The weather can shift from brilliant sun to sun showers. Layers will serve you well. Abel Tasman invites you to slow down, breathe deep, and listen to the language of the sea and forest. And when you leave, you carry with you a quiet tide, a gentle echo of peace and wildness, a reminder that beauty lives in balance. Wellington wakes like a breath of wind and coffee, a city hugged by hills and sea, where the harbor shimmers under shifting skies and the pulse of creativity hums in every corner. It's a place where the old and new dance, colonial wooden cottages stand beside gleaming modern museums, and street art colors narrow laneways with stories. The salty tang of the harbor mingles with the aroma of freshly roasted beans. Cafes spill onto sidewalks, inviting slow mornings and quiet conversations. The breeze carries whispers of the sea and distant laughter, weaving the city's soundtrack. Jazz notes, the click of shoes on cobblestones, the murmur of the wind. Wellington is compact but lively, a place made for walking. From the waterfront to Botanic Gardens, each step reveals layers of life. Local markets, artisan shops, friendly faces. Tourists are welcomed with warmth and respect. A few notes to keep in mind. The weather can be changeable, so dress in layers and always carry a light raincoat. The hills can be steep, so comfortable shoes are a must. Public transport is reliable. Buses and ferries offer easy ways to explore beyond the city center. Renting a bike is another joyful option for the adventurous. Local customs value kindness and patience. A simple kia ora or thank you will open many doors. Tipping is appreciated but not obligatory. Try local flavors. Seafood fresh from the sea. Craft beers brewed with care, and desserts that sweeten your stay. Above all, Wellington asks you to slow down and listen to the wind, to the stories in its streets, and to your own unfolding journey. As day fades to night, the city lights twinkle like stars brought to earth, and you realize Wellington is not just a place, but a feeling, a restless, kind, creative heart, inviting you to belong. Tongariro stands as both a guardian and storyteller, ancient and fierce. Its volcanic peaks pierce the sky with a rugged grace. Mount Ngoro, Mount Ruapu, and Mount Tongariro each carved from fire and stone. This is a land shaped by elemental power, where every ridge and crater holds echoes of deep history, both Maori and natural. The park's landscape shifts with light and season. Emerald tussocks sway beside steaming vents. Alpine meadows burst with wildflowers in spring, and snow blankets the summits in winter's quiet embrace. The air here is crisp and alive, carrying the scent of earth and pine. Walking the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is to step into a story both wild and sacred. Trails wind past volcanic craters, vibrant emerald lakes, and stark lava fields. It is a journey not just of terrain, but a spirit, one that calls for respect and mindfulness. If you venture here, prepare well. Weather changes fast. Bring layers, waterproof gear, and sturdy boots. Carry enough food and water, and let someone know your route and expected return. Maori culture is woven deeply into this land. Respect signs and restrictions, especially around sacred sites. Remember that Tongariro is a living ancestor, deserving reverence and care. In winter, guided tours offer safer passage, but even then, caution is key. Avalanches and storms can turn beauty into danger. The park is wild, but welcoming. Visitors are guests in a realm older than any city or road. Walk quietly, tread lightly, and watch for native birds like the Kia, playful and curious. At day's end, as the sun dips behind volcanic peaks, the land exhales a timeless silence. Tongariro reminds us that nature's power is not only in its force, but in its invitation to listen, to learn, and to be still. Rotorua breathes with the Earth's own heartbeat, a place where steam rises from hidden springs, where sulphur's whispers curl through the air, and the land's alive with ancient stories. This geothermal wonderland is a landscape both raw and vibrant, painted in hues of ochre, jade, and smoke. The smell of sulphur greets you softly but persistently, a reminder that beneath your feet, the earth stirs in restless energy. Geysers erupt with sudden life, sending jets of boiling water skyward. Mud pools bubble and churn like the world's oldest cauldrons. But Rotorua is more than its geothermal wonders. It is a gathering place of culture and community, a home for Maori traditions that pulse with pride and resilience. Visit a Mary, and you'll be welcomed with open arms, songs, and stories that connect you to the past and present. The colors here are alive. The bright green of native forests, the deep blue of lakes mirroring sky, the reds and oranges of thermal terraces sculpted over centuries. Walk softly in Werewolf Forest, where towering redwoods whisper with the wind and trails invite quiet reflection. If you come to Rotorua, bring layers. The geothermal areas can feel cool in the shade and hot near vents. Wear sturdy shoes for walking uneven terrain. Respect local customs. Ask permission before photographing people or sacred sites. Learn a few Maori words like kia ora and wana to show kindness and respect. Try local flavors gently. Hangi meals cooked in earth ovens offer smoky, tender tastes. Manuka honey sweetens tea with native floral notes. Drink plenty of water to balance the dry air. Safety is simple but important. Stay on marked paths near thermal areas to avoid burns or injuries. Keep a respectful distance from wildlife, especially the famous New Zealand bird life. Seasonally, Rotorua shifts. Summer invites vibrant festivals and lake swims. Winter brings misty mornings and cozy hot pools. And as the sun sets, the steam rising from the earth turns golden, casting a quiet spell. Rotorua teaches us to feel the pulse beneath the surface, to listen deeply to the land's breath, and to find wonder in its ancient fire. Auckland is a city of sails and sky, stretching between two harbors where water and wind shape the rhythm of life. The city hums with energy, a mosaic of cultures, stories, and landscapes woven together by the pulse of the Pacific. From volcanic cones that rise like ancient sentinels, you see a skyline etched against endless blue, where ferries glide and seabirds wheel overhead. The air carries a scent of salt and possibility, of bustling markets and quiet parks. Walking through Auckland's neighborhoods, you feel the blend of old and new. Maori heritage pulses alongside vibrant Asian influences and European roots. Food stalls and cafes offer tastes from every corner of the globe, inviting you to slow down and savor. If you visit, wear comfortable shoes. The city invites walking, from the waterfront to hidden laneways filled with street art. Public transport is easy to use, but renting a bike offers a fresh view of the city's many faces. Respect local customs with kindness. A warm kia ora goes far. Tipping is not required, but appreciated for good service. Try the fresh seafood, green-lipped mussel snapper and oysters, alongside locally grown avocados and kamara. If you're adventurous, sample Maori hangi dishes or explore the weekend farmers markets for seasonal treats. The weather can be changeable. Layers and a light raincoat will serve you well. Safety is straightforward. Auckland is generally safe, but stay aware in crowded places and keep your belongings close. Seasonal festivals bring the city alive, from vibrant lantern parades to summer concerts by the harbor. As day slips into night, the city lights shimmer on the water. You feel the gentle heartbeat of a place both modern and timeless. Auckland invites you not just to visit, but to belong, to become part of its ever-flowing story. Rising boldly above Auckland's skyline, the Sky Tower is a beacon perspective and possibility. From its soaring heights, the city unfolds beneath you, a tapestry of harbors, hills, and bustling streets, all framed by endless sky. The tower pierces the clouds on misty days and catches the last golden rays at sunset, turning glass and steel into a glowing sentinel watching over the city. Inside, observation decks invite quiet awe and gentle wonder. You can sip coffee while the world stretches wide below, or if your spirit calls for it, brave the edge of the skywalk, a heart-pounding circle around the tower's outer rim, tethered only by a harness, feeling the wind and the vast open air. If heights unsettle you, the elevators glide swiftly, and the indoor viewing lounges offer panoramic windows that frame the city story without a single step outside. Tickets are best booked ahead, especially during peak seasons. Dress comfortably, and if you plan to skywalk or sky jump, wear secure shoes and follow all safety instructions carefully. The Sky Tower is more than a structure. It's an invitation to see the world anew, to find quiet wonder in the vastness around us, and to remember that perspective shifts everything. Castlepoint rises like a guardian on the edge of the world. where golden sands meet restless waves and cliffs stand tall against endless sky. The lighthouse, perched on a rocky promontory, casts its watchful eye over the wild Pacific, a beacon for travelers and dreamers alike. The beach stretches wide and windswept, a place where the wind carries the salt tang and the cry of gulls. Sand dunes ripple like soft waves, dotted with hardy grasses that bow to the breeze. The horizon seems infinite here, where sea and sky blend in quiet harmony. Walk the trail to the lighthouse for panoramic views. The rugged coastline, the shimmering bay, and the wild beauty that whispers stories of time and tide. In the distance, seals sometimes bask on rocks. Their sleek forms a reminder of nature's gentle presence. Castlepoint's charm is its simplicity and solitude. It's a place to breathe deeply, to listen to the ocean's timeless song, and feel small in the face of vastness. Visitors should come prepared for ever-changing weather. Bring layers and windproof jackets. Footwear should be sturdy, especially if exploring the rocky paths. Respect the fragile dune ecosystems. Stay on marked trails and avoid disturbing nesting birds or native plants. Facilities here are limited. Pack water and snacks, and leave no trace of your visit behind. Safety is important. Swimming can be dangerous due to strong currents, so enjoy the water with care. At dusk, when the sky burns pink and orange, Castlepoint offers a quiet kind of magic, a reminder that sometimes the greatest adventures are those that slow us down and open our hearts to the wild. Bay of Islands is a shimmering jewel in New Zealand's crown, a place where turquoise waters cradle over 140 islands, each a silent guardian of history and beauty. The gentle swell of the sea carries stories of Maori ancestors, early explorers, and the rhythms of life that have long pulsed here. Warm breezes mingle with salt and pine, and the horizon stretches wide, framed by rolling hills and verdant forests. The islands seem to float like emerald dreams upon the ocean's glassy surface, inviting quiet reflection and adventure alike. Whether you sail between islands, kayak through hidden coves, or stroll along sandy beaches, the Bay of Islands offers moments of serene wonder. Dolphins often play in these waters, their sleek bodies cutting through waves with joyful ease, while seabirds will overhead in effortless dance. Respect the delicate balance here. Take only memories and leave no trace. If visiting Maori sites, approach with reverence and learn from the stories shared by local guides. Sun protection is essential. The sun's warmth can be gentle but persistent. Bring water and comfortable shoes for walking. Local hospitality is genuine and warm. A simple kia ora opens many doors. Sampling fresh seafood is a delight. Snappers, scallops, and green-lipped mussels showcase the region's bounty. Boating safety is paramount. Always wear life jackets, see weather updates, and respect navigation rules. The Bay of Islands invites you to pause, breathe, and listen to the whispers of the waves, the call of the wild, and the heartbeat of a land steeped in stories. As the sun dips low, the water glows gold, and you carry home a quiet tide of peace and connection. Coromandel is a sanctuary where lush forests meet turquoise bays, a land shaped by ancient volcanic fire and ocean whispers. Here, the air is fragrant with kauri pine and salt, and sunlight dapples through leaves, painting the earth in golden patterns. The beaches invite barefoot wandering. Soft sands stretch beneath towering cliffs, and hidden coves offer secret places for quiet reflection. The sound of waves mingles with bird song, a natural symphony that soothes the soul. The famed Cathedral Cove is cathedral indeed, a natural arch carved by time, framing the sea like a living painting. Nearby, hot water springs bubble beneath the sand, inviting visitors to dig their own warm pools beneath the sun. Respect for nature guides every step here. Stick to marked trails, protect native flora, and leave no trace of your visit. Weather can shift quickly. Bring layers, sun protection, and waterproofs. Footwear should be sturdy for hiking and beach exploring. Local customs are gentle and welcoming. A simple Kia Ora shows respect. Support small businesses and artisans who nurture this land. Try fresh seafood, especially whitebait and pau abalone. Prepared with care. Drink plenty of water and be mindful of tides when swimming or kayaking. Coromandel is a place to slow time, to listen deeply to the rhythms of land and sea, and to carry home a sense of peace wrapped in sunlight and salt air. Hobbiton is a dream woven into the rolling green hills of New Zealand's Waikato region, a place where fantasy blooms into gentle reality. The quaint round doors, mossy roofs, and winding paths beckon you into a storybook world alive with charm and whimsy. Here, the air smells of fresh earth and blooming gardens, and the soft rustle of leaves mingles with birdsong and laughter. The Shire is a celebration of simple joys, gardens bursting with vegetables and flowers, the comforting glow of lanterns, and the laughter of friends gathered around rustic tables. Walking through Hobbiton feels like stepping inside a poem, each detail carefully crafted to evoke wonder and warmth. It is a place that invites quiet joy and a pause from the rush of modern life. Visitors are encouraged to tread lightly and respect the set's delicate beauty. Photography is welcome, but please refrain from touching props or wandering off marked paths. Wear comfortable shoes for walking on uneven grass and gentle hills. Weather can be changeable. A light jacket and sun protection are wise companions. Enjoy the guided tours that share stories not only of the films, but of the land and people who care for it. Sample the Hobbit-inspired fare at the Green Dragon Inn, hearty, simple, and satisfying. Hobbiton reminds us of the power of imagination, of stories that root us to place and to one another, and of the quiet magic found in a sun-dappled afternoon. Piha Beach is a wild heartbeat on New Zealand's west coast, where rugged cliffs meet the roar of the Tasman Sea. Black volcanic sand stretches wide, kissed by powerful waves that call surfers and dreamers alike to the water's edge. The scent of salt and pine fills the air, mingling with the distant cries of gulls and the steady rhythm of the ocean's pulse. Towering lion's mane rocks guard the shoreline, their jagged forms etched by wind and tied into fierce sculptures. Walking along Piha's beach is to feel the raw power of nature, the wind tugging at your hair, the spray of seafoam on your skin, and the endless horizon beckoning you toward freedom. Respect the strength of these waves. Swimming can be hazardous for the unprepared. If you're new to the water, consider lessons from local surf schools and always swim between the flags where lifeguards watch. Wear sturdy shoes if you explore nearby trails like the Kaikoura Falls Track. The paths wind through native bush and lead to cascading waterfalls. Their cool mist refreshing on warm days. Dress in layers. Weather can shift rapidly, from bright sunshine to cool coastal breezes. Piha's spirit is one of adventure tempered with respect. Be mindful of local customs and greet fellow visitors with a warm Kia Ora. Food options are casual but hearty. Cafes serve fresh seafood and locally brewed coffee to warm you after a day by the sea. At sunset, the sky ignites in fiery hues that mirror the wild energy of the beach itself. You feel connected to something vast and timeless. Piha Beach reminds us that sometimes, to find peace, we must first meet the storm with open arms. Lake Wanaka lies like a mirror to the sky, a vast expanse of calm water nestled among rugged mountains. Its surface shifts from glassy stillness to gentle ripples, reflecting clouds and snow-capped peaks in perfect harmony. The air here is crisp and clean, scented with pine and earth, and the soft call of native birds echoes through the valleys. In every season, Lake Wanaka offers a quiet invitation to pause, to breathe, and to be present in a landscape both wild and serene. Walking along the shore, you might find small boats bobbing gently, ready for a peaceful paddle or a quiet fishing trip. Nearby trails wind through forests and open meadows, leading to panoramic views that fill the soul with wonder. Bring layers for changing weather. Mornings can be cool, afternoons warm, and evenings crisp. Comfortable shoes are essential for exploring both lakeside paths and nearby hills. Respect the natural beauty by leaving no trace, and take care not to disturb wildlife or delicate plant life. Local culture is welcoming and warm. A simple Kia aura opens hearts and doors alike. Try local specialties like fresh trout, enjoyed simply grilled or smoked, paired with seasonal produce from nearby farms. Safety is generally straightforward, but always check weather forecasts before venturing out on the water or hiking. As day fades, the lake becomes a canvas of sky's colors, soft pinks, deep purples, and shimmering golds, and you feel a deep, steady calm settle within. Lake Wanaka reminds us that stillness can be as powerful as motion, and that sometimes the clearest reflections come from quiet moments spent with the earth. Wharariki Beach is a hidden wildness at New Zealand's northern edge. A vast stretch of golden sand dotted with towering limestone arches that stand like ancient sentinels against the endless ocean. The wind carries a scent of salt and earth, and the waves drum a steady, soothing rhythm on the shore. This place feels timeless, where sand dunes roll like soft hills and seals often bask lazily on the rocks, unbothered by visitors who come quietly to witness their world. The sky here is immense, shifting with the moods of weather and light, from bright blue clarity to misty, mysterious veils. Walking along Wharariki's beach is a sensory experience. The crunch of sand beneath your feet, the briny tang on the breeze, and the distant cry of seabirds soaring high above. Wear sturdy shoes for the sometimes uneven paths, and bring layers to shield against changing coastal winds. Respect the fragile ecosystem by staying on marked trails and keeping a gentle distance from wildlife. Facilities are minimal. Pack water, snacks, and essentials, and leave no trace of your visit. Safety is straightforward, but respect ocean conditions. The currents here can be strong, so swimming is best done with caution. Wharariki Beach is a place to connect deeply to the land, to the sea, and to a quiet kind of wildness that lingers long after you've left. As the sun dips low, the limestone arches glow golden, and you carry home a feeling of wonder wrapped in salt and sky. Peak rises sharply above Lake Wanaka, a towering trail that rewards every step with breathtaking panoramas. As you climb, the world unfolds beneath you. Rolling hills, sparkling waters, and distant mountains painted in soft light. The path winds through tussock grass and wildflowers, kissed by crisp mountain air that fills your lungs and clears your mind. Birds flit between trees, their calls a gentle soundtrack to your ascent. At the summit, the view is a quiet triumph. The lake spreads out like a shimmering jewel, framed by peaks and sky, a scene both humbling and inspiring. Wear sturdy hiking boots and bring layers. Mountain weather shifts quickly from sun to chill. Carry water, snacks, and sun protection to keep your energy steady. Respect the fragile alpine environment. Stay on the marked trail and avoid picking plants or disturbing wildlife. The trail can be steep and challenging, so pace yourself and take breaks to savor the journey as much as the destination. Roy's Peak is more than a hike. It's a meditation in motion, a chance to rise above everyday noise and meet the world with fresh eyes and a full heart. As you descend, the landscape changes, but the quiet strength of the summit lingers, a reminder that sometimes the greatest rewards come from reaching for the sky. Kaikoura is a place where land meets ocean in a wild embrace. A coastal town cradled by soaring mountains and the vast Pacific Sea. The scent of salt and seaweed fills the air, mingling with the crispness of alpine breeze that drifts down from the nearby ranges. Here, the call of whales echoes beneath the waves, drawing travelers seeking awe and connection with creatures both immense and gentle. The rhythmic slap of dolphins playing the surf adds a playful melody to the soundtrack of crashing waves and seabirds overhead. The rugged coastline is a mosaic of rocky outcrops, sandy bays, and tidal pools alive with life. Sea lions bask lazily on sun-warmed rocks, while the underwater world pulses with vibrant colors and curious fish. Respect the power of the ocean. Boat tours operate with safety and care, offering glimpses of whales, dolphins, and seals without disturbing their natural rhythms. Visitors should dress in layers, as coastal weather can shift rapidly. Windbreakers and sturdy footwear are recommended for rocky shore walks. Try the local crayfish, a delicacy fresh from the sea, best enjoyed simply prepared to savor its sweetness. Kaikoura's warmth lies not only in its landscapes, but in its people, whose deep respect for the sea and land invites visitors to slow down and listen. At dusk, the mountains catch the fading light, casting long shadows over water, a moment of stillness that stays with you long after the day ends. Kaikoura reminds us of the delicate balance between power and peace, and the quiet grace found where earth meets ocean. Napier is a vibrant jewel on New Zealand's east coast, where Art Deco architecture gleams under the warm sun and the scent of vineyards drifts on gentle breezes. This town tells a story of resilience, rising from the ashes of the 1931 earthquake to become a place where history and beauty dance hand in hand. Stroll along the waterfront promenade, where the harbor sparkles and boats sway softly in the breeze. The streets hum with life. Cafes, galleries, and shops invite exploration, each corner revealing a new story painted in pastel hues and geometric lines. The nearby vineyards offer rich flavors and warm hospitality, a chance to savor local wines crafted with care. Respect the town's heritage by treading lightly and supporting local businesses. A friendly Kia Ora goes a long way here, opening doors and hearts alike. Dress comfortably for walking and bring sun protection. The East Coast sun can be strong. Try the fresh seafood caught daily. Green lip mussels and whitebait are local favorites. Best enjoyed simply prepared to let natural flavors shine. Napier is a celebration of renewal, of finding beauty and strength, and of the vibrant pulse of life that beats beneath its colorful streets. As day fades, the golden light softens the Art Deco facades, and you carry with you a sense of hope and enduring charm. Christchurch stands as a city of resilience and renewal, where historic charm meets a spirit fiercely determined to grow and heal. The scent of blossoming gardens mingles with fresh earth, as parks and rivers carve green paths through urban life. Walking its streets, you feel the heartbeat of community rebuilding. Modern architecture rising beside heritage buildings, a blend of past and future shaped by courage and creativity. The Avon River winds gently, reflecting bridges and willows, inviting moments of quiet reflection. The sound of laughter and conversation fill cozy cafes and lively markets, where local artisans share crafts inspired by the land and its stories. Respect the city's journey by supporting local businesses and honoring the spaces still healing. A warm Kia Ora is a welcome greeting that connects you to the community. Weather can be changeable, dress in layers, and carry an umbrella for sudden showers. Comfortable walking shoes are a must for exploring parks, museums, and galleries. Taste of fresh local produce, seasonal fruits, cheeses, and wines, offering a true flavor of Canterbury. Safety is straightforward, but always stay aware of your surroundings in busy areas and respect local guidelines. As dusk settles, the city's lights shimmer on the river's surface, and you carry away a quiet hope, a reminder of the strength found in gentle resilience and the beauty born from renewal. Lake Wakatipu stretches wide, a deep blue ribbon nestled between towering mountains and the charming town of Queenstown. Its waters mirror the sky's shifting moods, from calm and glassy to restless and lively, reflecting clouds and peaks in endless dance. The air here carries a crisp freshness, scented with pine and earth, blending with the soft hum of nature's quiet symphony. Gentle waves lapping the shore, the distant call of native birds, and the whisper breeze through tussock grass. Walking along the lake's edge, you find hidden coves and pebble beaches, places to pause and breathe deeply, feeling the steady heartbeat of the land and water beneath your feet. Bring layers to stay comfortable through changing weather, and wear sturdy shoes for exploring trails and lakeside paths. Respect a fragile ecosystem by staying on marked paths and avoiding disturbing local wildlife. Local hospitality is warm. A simple Kia Ora opens doors and hearts. Savor local cuisine, freshly caught trout and hearty stews that warm after a day outdoors. Safety is straightforward, but if you venture onto the water, always check conditions and wear appropriate gear. As sunset bathes Lake Wakatipu in golden light, the mountains glow softly and a peaceful stillness settles over the landscape, reminding us that beauty lies in quiet moments shared with nature's endless grace. Marlborough Sounds is a labyrinth of sea and forest, a place where waterways weave through emerald hills and ancient trees stand sentinel over quiet bays. The scent of salt and native bush mingles with a fresh ocean breeze, inviting explorers to lose themselves in nature's embrace. Here, the water shimmers in hues of turquoise and deep blue, reflecting the towering cliffs and verdant slopes that rise steeply from the shore. The calls of seabirds echo through the valleys, punctuated by the gentle splash of fish breaking the surface. Travelers glide silently in kayaks or boats, tracing the intricate waterways, discovering hidden coves and secluded beaches that seem untouched by time. Wear layered clothing to prepare for sudden weather changes, and sturdy footwear for walking trails through lush forest and rugged terrain. Respect the environment by treading lightly. Take only memories, leave only footprints. Local communities welcome visitors with open arms and warm kia ora, sharing stories of the land and sea that shaped their lives. Taste fresh seafood, including green-lipped mussels and paua, enjoyed simply to honor their natural flavors. Safety is paramount on the water. Always follow guidelines, wear life jackets, and be mindful of tides and weather. As the sun dips low, the sounds glow with soft light, and the stillness enfolds you, a reminder of the delicate harmony between land, sea, and spirit that defines this enchanted place. Ben Lomond rises majestically above Queenstown, a guardian peak that calls adventurers and dreamers to its rugged heights. The trail winds through tussock grass and native bush, alive with the rustle of leaves and the distant call of birdsong. As you climb, the air grows cooler and crisper, carrying the scent of earth and pine. The landscape unfolds below, Lake Wakatipu shimmering like a jewel, surrounded by soaring mountains painted in soft morning light. The summit offers a breathtaking panorama, where sky and land meet in perfect harmony. The vast expanse of valleys and peaks stretches endlessly, a reminder of nature's grandeur and quiet power. Dress in layers to prepare for shifting weather. Sun, wind, and sudden chill may greet you along the way. Wear sturdy hiking boots and carry water and snacks to sustain your journey. Respect the fragile alpine environment by staying on marked trails and leaving no trace. The climb can be steep and challenging. Pace yourself and savor each moment, allowing the mountain stillness to settle within you. Ben Lomond is not just a peak, but a place of reflection, where effort meets reward and the spirit finds renewal. At sunset, the summit glows golden and the silence holds a promise that every step taken with care leads us closer to the heart of the earth. Ulva Island is a sanctuary of untouched nature, a predator-free haven where native birds sing freely amid lush forests. The air is alive with the scent of ferns and moss, and and the gentle rustle of leaves underfoot blends with melodious bird calls. Walking the trails, you feel a deep connection to a world where time slows and nature's quiet rhythms take center stage. Wear comfortable shoes and bring insect repellent to fully enjoy this peaceful retreat. Respect the fragile ecosystem. Keep the paths and observe wildlife from a distance. Ulva Island offers a brief but profound escape, a whispered reminder of nature's resilience and grace. The Routeburn Track weaves through alpine valleys and ancient forests, a journey of breathtaking contrasts where towering peaks meet serene lakes and moss-covered trees. Each step reveals a new facet of New Zealand's wild heart. Crisp air filled with the scent of pine, the soft murmur of streams, and the distant call of birds. The trail challenges and rewards in equal measure, winding through open ridges where panoramic views stretch endlessly, then descending into sheltered glades rich with ferns and bird life. Prepare with sturdy boots, layered clothing, and ample water. The weather can shift swiftly, so be ready for sun, wind, or rain. Respect the delicate environment by following marked trails and packing out all waste. The Routeburn is more than a hike. It's a passage through nature's poetry, inviting reflection and a deepened sense of wonder. As you journey, let the landscape speak softly to your soul, a reminder that every path walked with care leads to profound connection. As our journey through New Zealand's wondrous landscapes draws to a close, we carry with us memories shaped by light, wind, and water. Echoes of mountains that touch the sky and shores where the sea whispers ancient stories. This land, rich with wild beauty and quiet strength, invites us to slow down and listen to the call of native birds, the rush of rivers, and the steady heartbeat beneath the earth's surface. Travel here is a gentle dance between respect and discovery, a chance to walk lightly and open our hearts to places that hold both timelessness and change. From the soaring peaks of Ben Lomond to the secret refuges of Ulva Island, each destination leaves an imprint, a subtle shift in how we see the world and our place within it. May the spirit of Aotearoa guide your footsteps with kindness, curiosity, and a deep reverence of the land and its stories. And as you carry these moments forward, may you find your own path illuminated by the quiet wisdom of nature and the enduring truth of travel that touches the soul.